So picture this. You go on this epic adventure that spans the entire world. You're collecting stuff, you're saving the towns and the people and everything. And then you get to the big culmination of everything. And then the world's destroyed. So then you go around the globe again. And it's a little interesting, right? Some things have changed, but you're still going to the same zones, the same cities, stuff like that. And then, again, now you get a new mode of transportation, but now you still have to go around the globe. Same areas, same everything, same enemies, and collect more stuff. So you span the globe 3 times. Is this global backtracking still fun at this point? Hi, I'm Justin, and welcome to the XP Log, a daily-ish podcast about my gaming journey. Today we're going to talk about global backtracking. I guess just backtracking in general. So I'm at a point where I am now the 3rd time I am going around the world. The 2nd time I kind of started getting burnt out, and now the 3rd time I'm going to be quite honest, I just don't want to do it. I don't. I just don't want to do it. I don't think it's as long and as detailed as the first 2 times. But in this game, Dragon Quest isn't the only game to ever do this. So oftentimes, and like you lose your party members and stuff. Final Fantasy VI is like this. Even though I haven't beaten Final Fantasy VI, but you constantly span the globe, basically, as far as I remember. So yeah, I don't know. Backtracking is okay. Matter of fact, it's a staple in Castlevania games, and I like Castlevania games. But at the same time, I feel like back in the day, this was I'm going to call it a mechanic. It really was a technique. This was a technique to give your gameplay longevity. Because games weren't coming out as fast as they are now. Granted, they're also much bigger now. But this artificial playtime doesn't really respect the player's time, in my opinion. Because this story could already be wrapped up. Now in the story-wise, like in the world-wise, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense that these changes, you may have to keep talking to people and going on about the world. And granted, I have fast travel and stuff like that, which was used extremely lightly back in the day, if at all. So that's also cool. But I'm tired of running around the world to save it. I'm tired of running around the world to save it. I mean, it might be a little different if there were collectibles or something to give me the incentive to do this. World bosses or something like that. Optional stuff. That way, as I'm running around the world again, I'm also doing something else with a decent reward or something like that. Maybe they give you good drops, a good sword, something. Like I said, story-wise, it makes sense. Gameplay-wise, they could have went a different direction, in my opinion. I could have done the material gathering the second time around. Instead, in the case of Dragon Quest, the first time around I collect the orbs. The second time around I collect the orbs again. And the third time around I'm collecting materials. So, okay. I have found out some interesting things about the characters, so that's pretty cool. Nothing too nothing too juicy, or I would have talked about it, right? But and there are some interesting side stories going on. I'm gonna call them side stories. Granted, some of them are in the main quest. Basically, you have to do them, but they center on like a certain town or whatever. Like I'm in the middle of doing Hato after the fall, and it's a pretty interesting story, I guess. I don't know how it happened, or if I haven't completed the story yet. I've gotten enough to where it's kind of interesting, but I had to go to bed last night, so didn't get the chance to finish it out. But yeah, I was just wondering, how do you feel about backtracking? I think if they can keep it fresh and interesting, i.e., not doing the same exact thing I did last time, then that's okay. But I also feel like it's artificial inflation, and it's just padding playtime, basically, and saying that our story is 10 extra hours. But anyways, I feel I'm in the last 10-ish hours of Dragon Quest, and I am excited to be completing it, but also excited to move on. Anyways, leave all that stuff in the comments on YouTube and Spotify, and I don't think Audible and stuff has comments, but whatever. But yeah, leave all that stuff in the comments. Let me know what you think. And that's all I got today. Peace out.